Well, as the World Cup came to an end and the tourist and foreign money comes to an end as well, we are back to a harsh reality in Mexico. El Sol de Mexico brings light to two cases of forced recruitment into organized crime. This article was published by Jorge Ramirez and translated and adapted for this script by Stories from Mexico. And it says the following. On Friday, an anonymous testimony began circulating on social media and WhatsApp about a foiled attempt to recruit teenagers at a well-known mall in Guadalajara. The story wasn't just a story, it was confirmed to be true, and it seems there was a similar case as well in Puerto Vallarta that unfortunately was carried out and was successful. In this video, you are going to see one of the methods criminal organizations in Mexico are using now to forcefully recruit teenagers into their organized crime groups. And the only way we can prevent these acts from happening is by talking with their children and family members, since the authorities in Mexico are not doing anything about these cases. There's no other way of preventing these cases other than warning our children about the cruel reality that we live in. One confirmed case in Puerto Vallarta and another one that was filed in Jalisco revealed the new method of recruitment that they're using. These cases are forced recruitment. One sadly was carried out and the other one was luckily stopped from being successful, thanks to his mother who protected him like mothers usually do. The criminal organizations in Mexico are now using a new method to recruit young men into their groups, and the method is using young girls to lure their victims. They use teenager girls to approach teenage boys in the mall or other public areas. They talk to the boys, they build some trust, and they eventually go out with the boy right there and then invite him to their home, where they claim that her parents will give them a ride home. Once her parents arrive, those parents are usually older men from an organized criminal group who will take the boys away and forcefully recruit them. One of these cases became known through social media and was verified by El Occidental through the testimony of relatives of a young man who was approached using this method at a shopping mall on Avenida Lopez Mateos. 5 classmates from a school in northern Guadalajara went to the movie. Among them was the 14-year-old son of this housewife who gave a testimony about the event. She wants to remain anonymous to fear of any retaliation, which is totally understandable. According to what she described, she took her son to the mall theater where they bought tickets, and while waiting to go into the theater, a teenage girl of about 15 years of age approached them and started hanging out with them, building some trust with the young men. She started claiming that her parents were eating at a nearby restaurant. Her mother explained that the kids even asked her to buy a ticket for the girl and they invited her to the movies. She admits that the situation seemed very unusual for her. After some convincing from her kids, she agreed to buy the tickets for her son and the girl. She decided to not go home and stay in the mall in case anything happened. As I said, she found this situation very weird. Her mom's intuition was screaming at her. It was near the end of the movie where she says that she got a message from her son, and in the message she says that her son was telling her the following: that the girl that she met at the mall was suggesting that they left the movie before it ended to meet up with their parents, which would take them home. And the girl told the boy her parents were just a few blocks away from the mall. She also allegedly told him to not tell any adults about them going with their parents. Of the 5 boys who were hanging out together that day with their son, 2 of them agreed to go. Her son went into the bathroom and called her to explain what was going on, so the mother of him rushed straight into the theater. There she found her son, who told her 2 of his friends had already left with the teenage girl. After finding her son and finding out what was going on, the woman ran outside the mall and caught up with the 2 boys who were with the teenage girl about to get into a car. She managed to scream at the boys and give some awareness to them before they got in, and she managed to save them. She tried to approach the vehicle and see who the driver was, but the car took off immediately. It even had the doors open as they left. The girl never turned around, and I couldn't even get the plates. No one listened to me. No one paid attention to me, the mother testified. This was a very serious case that happened in Jalisco and is happening in other states. The most concerning part about this is that the authorities know about it and do nothing about it. That's why Jalisco and why the whole state of Guadalajara is plastered with flyers of missing people. The number of missing people in Mexico keep on going up, and the methods they use to recruit people or kidnap them is also increasing. Now they're even using teenage girls to lure teenage boys and get them kidnapped. And we don't know if these girls are doing it by choice or if they are being forced to do these acts. And it seems like no one is going to stop this. The state of Jalisco will not even investigate these cases. Talk to your nieces and nephews. Talk to your kids, your sons, daughters. Protect them and help them realize how cruel the world is and how cruel some people can be. Help them not fall into wrong hands and help them not fall into the wrong road. This has been Stories from Mexico. Don't forget to tell me what you think about this. These are horrible cases that are happening in Mexico, and the authorities, the people, the government, everyone just seems to normalize it and even blame sometimes the victims about them going missing.